This lesson's on 10.3, Quotient of Powers property. In example 1, we're going to divide powers with the same base. And so if we divide the powers, we're going to subtract their exponents. So in the numbers case, we have 4 to the 5th power, all divided by 4 to the 2nd power. And so we're going to take our base of 4, because both the top and bottom have a base of 4. So we can say 4, but the exponent is 5 minus 2. So I think of this division sign right here as like a big minus to remind me that the operation will be a minus right there. So when we simplify, 5 minus 2 gives us 4, so it's going to be 4 to the 3rd power. And if we need to evaluate this, then this will be the same as 4 times 4 times 4, which then we can multiply out to get our final answer. In the same case with the algebra, we're going to go ahead and look at the base. So the first step is always looking at the base. Our base is A. Both the top and the bottom have base of A, so we can do this operation. And the division right here tells me then I need to subtract my exponent. So in my exponent, it becomes m minus n. And since those are not numbers, we're just going to leave it the way it is right there. In example 2, I have a negative 7 as my base to the 9th power divided by negative 7 to the 3rd power. So the first step is always look at your bases. If the base on the numerator and the base on the denominator are the same, then you can use the quotient rule. But if it's not the same, then you cannot use the quotient rule. So our bases are negative 7, so we can go ahead and write negative 7 as our base. And then we have the operation of 9, and because it's a division sign, it's a minus 3. And if we simplify that, negative 7 to the 6th power. And again, if we need to evaluate that out, we'll write it out 6 times. In example 3, we're going to go ahead and simplify 3 to the 4th power times 3 to the 2nd power, all divided by 3 to the 3rd power. We are applying our examples 1 and 2. In this case, I have 3 to the 4th times 3 to the 2nd, all divided by 3 to the 3rd. My step 1 would always be look at your bases and make sure that the base are the same. If the bases are not the same, then you cannot apply any of these rules. So the rule that we learned in the last lesson says that if you multiply, we're going to go ahead and add our exponents. So this case will be 3 to the 4th power plus 2, and we're rewriting the denominator as a 3 to the 2nd power right there. So let's go ahead and simplify the numerator. So that becomes 3 to the 6th power, all divided by 3 to the 2nd power. Now this we can use the quotient rule, which we just learned, and that says that we can then go ahead and do a subtraction operation because of this division sign right here. So it's minus 2, and that gives us our final answer of 3 to the 4th power. And again, if we need to simplify that out, then we would go back and use the exponent rule, which says then I go ahead and write the base 4 times and evaluate it out. In example 4, we're going to go ahead and apply our power rules and also our quotient rules as well. So step number 1, again, is to always check your bases. All of the base is the letter A, so we are good. We can use the power of product property, and we can use the quotient of product property as well. So let's go ahead and take our A to the 10th power divided by A to the 6th, and we're going to simplify that first because then we can do the same thing for A to the 7th and A to the 4th. So if we write that, I would have as A to the 10th and divided by, so that's a good sign of minus right there, 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy the other one, multiplication, and do the same thing for this one right here. So I have A to the 7th, and I have as a minus right here, so it's a minus 4. And then we're going to go ahead and simplify each one of the bases. So I have now as A to the 4th power times A to the 3rd power. And we can still continue to simplify this because both of our bases are a, and it's a multiplication. So if we multiply, then our exponent will then become adding. So we're going to add 4 plus 3, and that will give us then a to the 7th power as our final answer.